Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, forgive me for the lateness on this crazy, crazy day. Hi, this is an honorary time for community poetry at Half Price Books, which were shut down because of pandemic. And I've continued doing this in honor of that open mic. It wasn't mine, but I want to be able to keep the spirit alive, which the host of the open mic space, reading space, feature space, Tom Woodruff, always said that he appreciated. Anywho, but that's a lot of talk about this and not reading, forgive me. I would like to share with you a couple of poems from the brand new issue of cc&d magazine, if you've got bookmarks for it. This is the May 2023 issue, May 2023, volume 333, and it's called Not Set in Stone. Titles of books are based on accepted writing within the issue, and one of the pieces is called that. So we thought having a Greek column set in stone seemed like a very appropriate very appropriate cover for it. So I was going to pull maybe two pieces from this poem for you guys. I hope you guys appreciate it. The first one I'm going to do, which is in this book, is in the Me Too section. I'll find that for you. But it is also in the cyberwit.net Janet Kuypers 2023 poetry book titled Testament, that is in 4 parts. And in these 4 parts, the first part is mostly post-Roe v. Wade poetry. Which is the one piece I'm going to share with you that is also in cc&d magazine. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Its first one is titled, right here even, got a load of that, Queuing as Defeatists but Fighting for Freedom. I don't know why I keep doing it. I don't know what I'm hoping to find. Wait, I do know what I'm looking for. I just didn't think it would be so impossible to find. Since the overturning of Roe v. Wade, something that's been a part of my whole life, I've been looking for change, checking the news, hoping. So, after searching the news, I see that France and Israel have chosen to strengthen their abortion rights for women after the U.S.'s overturning of Roe v. Wade. And I know I love brie Capri sandwiches sitting in a Paris cafe looking out onto the street at the passersby, but I know how quickly they were conquered by Nazis in World War II, and I have video footage of Hitler touring his then conquered Paris. So after all these years, it's good to see Francis being so quick to support women's rights. Merci beaucoup. But no, I'm no French girl, and no, I'm no Gal Gadot Israeli overcoming against all. Even though each and every one of us is a Wonder Woman, I still feel like the ever-repressed goth girl shunted from her soul, shunted from what's right. I know this goth girl may be defeatist at heart. For one, we've seen the evils of the world at an early age. We can only feign optimism for the minions. But when something so cruel is done, even us goth girls want to fight. I suppose our only choice becomes fighting any way we know how to make sure the world knows that these select southern United States shouldn't have the right to steal liberty and freedom. Most must now find a way to fight. Somehow, anyhow, whichever way, how, to regain our once and future rights. Even in the Me Too section of cc&d magazine, I advertised in there the cover of Testament, which is not a Scars Publications book, but I had to do it. But the one other poem I'm going to share in this is often because people will send me poems or writings, prose or poems, that relate to periodic table elements. And because I have written periodic table elements poems, long ones and short ones, I sometimes cram in something new and different. So this next poem is not only in cc&d, not only in here, but it is also in Twitterverse periodic table poetry, which is based on a chemist friend of mine in Chicago. After he knew that I had written poems for elements in the periodic table, he said, hey, Science and Engineering News, no, Chemistry and Engineering, CNEN, Chemistry and Engineering News is doing a contest for Twitter-length poems. So I said, I'm going to write one for every element, and not knowing when the contest ended. I said I'm still going to do it, even though I actually took third place in one of them. But I said I'm going to do it, and I made a point. Calcium, silicon, I'm looking at this now, and I can scroll to carbon. Where are you? Aha, I found it in the page. The poem that is in with image as well as in cc&d. Carbon may have killed the dinosaurs after all. It is in here both as well, and you can see that it's a really difficult thing to see in this book, so I'm going to try to show it on a screen to you, even though you can be able to see it online. This is a Twitter-length poem, periodic table poem, and it's titled Carbon May Have Killed the Dinosaurs After All. That big meteor that ended the reign of the non-avian dinosaurs 66 million years ago, they figure mass extinction came from a carbonaceous chondrite from the asteroid belt's outer edge. All that carbon didn't reflect light until this dark impactor made life go dark on planet Earth. So as I said, this was from Twitterverse Periodic Table Poem Twitter. It's also in the current issue of cc&d magazine, and I show it to you that there are images for both of them, but I've got it on a screen here, and I'm sure it's going to be impossible for you to see. I'm going to try to show it. See how tough that is? It's like impossible. Why am I even trying to do it? If you wanted to look this up online, you could find the image for this. There's a bunch of toy dinosaurs in the background. But it is available in the current issue of cc&d as well as in Twitterverse Periodic Table Poetry. I'm here, and I should also say hello to people that are watching live on Facebook live streams. Thank you. I am going to be reading poetry in 4 different groups because this is in honor of the community poetry open mic feature reading space that was at Half Price Books in North Austin that closed down because of the pandemic. It has not started up, and the gentleman that hosted it was happy that I sit around in a place with a lot of books to be able to share poetry in honor of that open mic at that time, which is on, looking at the clock back there, the first Sunday of every month from 1 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I see new people that just came in again on the Facebook live stream. Hi there. I was going to close down because I just finished my first reading, but I am going to come back for 3 more readings. I just read from the current issue of cc&d magazine with material that was not only in the periodic table of poetry, but also in the Cyber Wit book, not for Scarce Publications, Testament. And I will be back with more readings from additional Scarce Publications books, so I hope you will come back. Thank you so much for listening. I believe that most people are over from the pandemic. If you haven't had your booster shots, how dare you? Go do something to make sure that you're safe and that we can all become more creatively inclined and in contact with each other once again. Thank you all so very much for listening. I'll talk to each and every one of you very, very soon. Thank you very much.